Change doesn't come when you're relaxed. It doesn't come when everything is working in your favor. It comes when life punches you in the mouth. When your back's against the wall and you've got no one to call, no way out, just you and the fight. That's when the shift begins. When you're tired, angry, lost. When you've hit rock bottom and the only way forward is through the fire. This isn't some motivational fantasy. This is pain, real pain, and it's the only currency that buys growth. You don't evolve in comfort. You don't build strength in peace. You build it when it hurts, when it's hard, when everything in you wants to quit, but you don't. Because pain is the teacher. Pain is the test. Pain is the process. And most men run from it, but the few, they embrace it, they use it. They become something else because of it. You want to level up? Then stop chasing ease. Chase discipline, chase discomfort, chase the grind that breaks the weak and sharpens the chosen. Because this path isn't for everyone. It's for the ones willing to suffer, to get cut, to bleed, to rise anyway. That's the price. And if you're willing to pay it, there's nothing you can't become. Comfort protects the old you. Pain builds the new you. Let's stop pretending. Let's stop acting like comfort is some kind of reward, like it's something to aim for. It's not. Comfort is the slowest death you'll ever experience. It doesn't kill your body, it kills your spirit. It wraps around you like a blanket, whispering lies. You've done enough. You deserve to relax. You can go harder tomorrow. And if you listen to that voice for too long, you become the very thing you swore you'd never be. Average, soft, weak. Because here's the cold truth most people can't handle. Comfort protects the old you, the one that's full of fear, the one that's addicted to excuses, the one that chooses Netflix over discipline, junk food over hunger, safety over greatness. But you weren't built to play small. You weren't built to coast through life. You were built to conquer. And to do that, you have to bleed. You have to suffer. You have to embrace the war. Pain is the process. It's the fire that burns away the weakness, the resistance that builds your strength, the storm that sharpens your mindset like steel. You think the strongest men alive got there by accident? By luck? By chance? No, they were forged in hell. They chose the pain. They ran into it while everyone else ran away. While others chose comfort, they chose the grind. While others hit snooze, they hit the pavement. While others stayed safe, they walked through fire again and again and again. And every time they broke, they rebuilt. Every time they fell, they stood up taller. Every time they screamed in pain, they smiled. Because they knew what was happening, they were becoming more. Understand this. You don't grow in the light. You grow in the dark. You grow when it hurts. You grow when you're tired, when you're doubting yourself, when your body says stop, but your spirit says go anyway. Every version of you that's better than who you are right now, he's not hiding in your comfort zone. He's out there in the pain you keep avoiding, and he's waiting for one thing, for you to finally man up and step into the fire. You want to level up? Then earn it. You want respect? Then bleed for it. You want to be unstoppable? Then suffer now or be sorry forever. Because no one's coming to save you. No one's going to hand it to you. No one's going to drag you across the finish line. It's on you. Always has been, always will be. So here's your choice. Stay the same. Stay comfortable. Stay safe. Or burn the comfort. Crush the excuses. Welcome the pain like a brother, because he's here to make you dangerous. Let it break you. Let it mold you. Let it turn you into a savage with a mission. A man with fire in his eyes and blood on his knuckles. Because if you can walk through pain, if you can endure what most people run from, if you can suffer by choice, there is nothing, and I mean nothing, that can stop you. Not fear, not failure, not doubt, not the world. Because the man who makes peace with pain becomes the most feared thing on earth. He becomes untouchable, unbreakable, unstoppable. So remember this: comfort protects the old you, the weak you, the dreamer who never did. Pain builds the new you, the warrior, the king, the weapon. And once you taste that version of yourself, you'll never want the old one back again. Rock bottom isn't the end, it's the start. There's a moment in every man's life when everything falls apart. Not just a bad day, not just a rough patch. I'm talking about a storm so violent it rips through your soul and leaves nothing but wreckage. You lose, you fail, you're humiliated. The people you trusted vanish. The dreams you once had collapse like a house of cards. And suddenly, it's quiet. No cheers, no help, no mercy. That moment, that's rock bottom. Most men run from it. They numb it, they hide it, they pretend it's not happening. Because facing it, that's too real, too raw, too painful. But the men who walk into that storm, the men who lean into the fire instead of running from it, they don't come out the same. They come out reborn. Because rock bottom isn't just a place, it's a test. It's life's way of saying, let's see what you're really made of. Not what you say you are, not what your bio says, not who you were when things were easy. What are you when everything's taken away? What are you when you're broke, alone, hated, doubted, forgotten? When you've got nothing but your fists, your grit, and your will? That's when you meet the real you, the one you buried under comfort, the one you forgot existed, the one with fire in his eyes and war in his heart. Rock bottom isn't the end of your story. It's the start of the chapter that matters most. You've been living soft, playing it safe, walking carefully, trying not to get bruised, but now you've already bled. You've already lost. So what are you afraid of? This is your liberation. No more pretending, no more weakness, no more asking for permission to be great. This is the fight. And the fight is where you belong. See, people think strength is built in comfort, in calm, in peace. But real strength, it's born in chaos. It's carved out in nights when you scream into the void and no one hears you. It's built in mornings when your hands are shaking, your stomach's empty, and your only thought is, I can't quit today. Not today. That's how warriors are made. Not with praise, but with pressure. Not with trophies, but with trauma. The man who's never been broken will never be unbreakable. But the man who's hit bottom and kept going, he's untouchable. You think rock bottom is weakness? No, it's the opposite. It's where your excuses die. It's where the boy inside you cries one last time and the man steps forward. It's where you stop blaming your past, where you stop waiting for support, where you own your pain like a weapon. Because here's the truth, you're not special because you suffered. Everyone suffers. You're special if you use that suffering to come back swinging. You're dangerous when you say, that didn't kill me, and I'm still standing. Now what? So let them laugh, let them doubt, let them turn their backs. Because one day, not now, not yet, but one day soon, they'll look around and wonder where you went. And you'll be miles ahead, silent, focused, unstoppable. They'll ask how you did it. They'll ask how you made it out. And the answer will be simple. I was forged at the bottom. I earned every scar, and I never quit. So if you're there right now, if life's got you by the throat, good. You're not dying. You're becoming. This is not the end of you. This is the evolution of you. You're not buried, you're being planted. And when you rise, you won't just be stronger, you'll be unrecognizable. You'll walk different, talk different, move different, because you'll know what it took to build this version of you. You were dragged through hell, and you walked out with fire in your eyes. Remember this, rock bottom is sacred. It's where warriors are made. It's where cowards fold and kings are born. So stop waiting, stop whining, stop hoping, stand up, clench your jaw, and rise. You've got war to wage and a legacy to carve into this earth. Rock bottom was the beginning of your story. Now go write the rest in blood, sweat, and steel. The pain you avoid is the growth you kill. Let me tell you the raw truth, the kind most people run from, the kind that makes weak men uncomfortable and real men come alive. Every time you avoid pain, you kill your own evolution. You sabotage the rise. You bury the man you were meant to become with your own damn hands. You say you want to level up. You say you want greatness, confidence, strength, power. But what you really want is comfort dressed up as progress. And that's why nothing changes. Comfort is a liar. Ease is a drug. Avoiding pain is self-betrayal. The growth you dream of, the strength you idolize, that version of you that haunts your mind when you're alone at night, he's out there. But he's not sitting on the couch. He's not snoozing the alarm. He's not skipping the gym or ghosting responsibilities. He's in the fire. He's in the pain. He's waiting for you on the other side of the suffering you keep running from. Let's talk about pain. It's not your punishment, it's your passage. It's not the enemy, it's the forge. Pain is the process. It's the early morning when no one's watching, but you show up anyway. It's the silence after failure when the doubt creeps in, and you keep moving anyway. It's the sweat, the heartbreak, the hunger, the fight. Real men don't avoid pain. They use it, they welcome it. They grab it by the throat and say, "Teach me something." Because you can't become something more without breaking who you were. Look around. The strongest men you admire, they've suffered more than you can imagine. They've buried their old selves under blood, discipline, and sacrifice. You want courage? Then face the fear. You want strength? Then carry the weight. You want discipline? Then show up when it sucks. You want greatness? Then bleed for it. Because pain is the toll. You think confidence comes from looking good? No, it comes from going through hell and realizing you're still standing. It comes from taking hit after hit and still not folding. It comes from knowing I survived worse. And that kind of strength, it's only born from pain. So let me ask you, what are you avoiding? What discomfort are you running from right now that's keeping you average? Is it the truth? Is it failure? Is it responsibility? Is it hard work? Is it the risk of being judged? Is it the weight of your own expectations? Whatever it is, that's where your power lives. You want to stay the same? Then keep dodging the pain. But don't you dare lie to yourself and say you're trying. Trying is a cop-out. Pain is proof. You say you want to be a warrior, then walk into the battlefield, not when you're ready, but when it's hard. You say you want to lead, then stop avoiding pressure. Pressure makes diamonds. You say you want to be respected, then earn it. When it's raining, when it hurts, when you want to quit. Because listen to me, pain is the rite of passage for every man who wants more out of life. You either suffer for your goals or you suffer for your excuses. There is no in between. So stop killing your growth by hiding from the grind. Stop delaying your transformation because you want the shortcut. There is no shortcut. There's only the work, the wait, the war within. Every rep you don't want to do is one step closer to the man you could have become. Every early morning you skip is one more day stuck in the same cycle. Every time you give in to comfort, you abandon the mission. And you are not here to be soft. You are not here to play small. You are here to rise through the pain. So next time it hurts, don't run, smile, grit your teeth, and walk straight into it. Because on the other side of pain is the man who doesn't break. He builds. The pain you avoid is the growth you kill. So kill the weakness instead and rise. Pain is the entry fee for power. You want power? Not the pretend kind, not the shiny surface level, looks good on social media kind, not the rented suits, fake smiles, borrowed confidence kind. I'm talking about the real thing. The kind of power that walks into a room and doesn't need to say a word. The kind of power that doesn't flinch when life goes dark. The kind of power that doesn't fold, doesn't break, and doesn't bow. Then let me say this as clearly as I can. There's a price, and it's pain. You don't get to feel powerful until you felt helpless and gotten back up. You don't get to be powerful until you've stood face to face with failure, fear, exhaustion, and refused to quit. You don't become the kind of man who dominates life until you've been dragged through the dirt and crawled back with blood in your mouth and purpose in your chest. There is no shortcut to power, no YouTube tutorial, no 5-minute morning routine, no quote, no coach, no book can substitute for this one thing: suffering. Yeah, I said it, you must suffer, because suffering is the filter, it's the gate, it's the furnace where the weak get burned off and the strong get born. It's the process that breaks the average and builds the savage. You think you're going to become powerful without pain? That's not how it works. You can dress strong, talk strong, act like a lion, but until you've suffered for something, you haven't earned power, you've only rented image. Pain is the currency of transformation, and most people go broke. They want the results. They want the glow up, the success, the strength, the freedom. But they don't want the hours. They don't want the early mornings and late nights. They don't want the sweat, the tears, the sacrifice, the scars. They want to feel powerful, but they don't want to bleed for it. You don't get to avoid pain. You get to choose the pain of discipline, or the pain of regret, the pain of showing up tired, or the pain of watching someone else take what could have been yours, the pain of lifting when your muscles are screaming, or the pain of watching your body fall apart because you never moved it, the pain of pushing through rejection, failure, heartbreak, or the pain of looking in the mirror and seeing a man who gave up. Let me tell you something. Pain is not the enemy. It is the price. And if you avoid it, you stay soft, you stay lost, you stay powerless. But if you walk into it, if you meet it like a man, if you choose to suffer now so you can stand tall later, you change, you evolve, you build a version of yourself that can't be broken. Look around. The world is full of men who've never felt real pain, so they break under pressure, they talk big, they post quotes, they flex in selfies, but one hard day, one loss, one betrayal, one injury, they crumble. You know why? Because they skip the pain, they skip the reps, they skip the lonely nights, they skip the heartbreak, the rejection, the sacrifice, and so they never built a foundation. They built castles out of dust, and when the wind came, gone, but not you. You're here to build something different, something indestructible, and it won't come cheap. You'll bleed, you'll sweat, you'll be alone sometimes. You'll hear people laugh, you'll feel your legs shake, you'll question everything, you'll wonder if it's worth it, and then one day, you'll realize the pain wasn't killing you. It was building you. It was turning you into something terrifying. Something powerful, something unshakable. You will rise, not in comfort, but in chaos. Not in peace, but in pressure. Not in applause, but in agony. You want to be powerful? Then you better get comfortable walking into the dark. You better learn to love pain. You better thank it every time it knocks, because every ounce of it is carving you into a different breed. So don't run, don't flinch, don't fold. The pain is your test. The pain is your coach. The pain is your opportunity. Every rep, every tear, every battle you fight alone, that's power being earned, not given, but earned. Let the world choose comfort. Let the weak choose ease. Let the soft choose excuses. But you were born for more, built for more, burning for more. And if it costs pain, then pay double. Because you're not just here to exist. You're not just here to survive. You're here to conquer, to dominate, to rise, to become the man no one saw coming. Because you trained in hell while they slept in comfort. Pain is the entry fee. Now step up and pay in full. In the end, that pain you're feeling, it's not your enemy, it's your evidence. Proof that you're stepping out of your comfort zone. Proof that you're doing something most people run from. Growth hurts, but staying the same hurts more. So the next time life gets heavy, don't run, don't fold. Remember what it means. It means you're leveling up. If this hit you, like the video, subscribe if you're ready to keep pushing, and comment, "I embrace pain," to let me know you stayed till the end. Keep rising, keep hurting, because that's how you become unbreakable. See you in the next one.